Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ryan, and today I'm bringing you a short video because I have a lot of work to do, and I've got an audition later tonight, and it's currently 1 a.m. So I don't know if there's going to be like a real video coming out, like a track from scratch or anything. Anyways, regardless of my lame excuses, um, I'm gonna this is gonna be a video on my project layout and how I go about like setting up my projects and like my side chains and my groups and everything. I do a lot of track from scratch videos just because that's the kind of stuff I like to watch personally. So I make what I would like to watch and hope you guys like it. But a lot of stuff that I just kind of do naturally, as far as like layout goes, uh, kind of like doesn't make sense to some people, and that's perfectly fine. Like everybody has their own workflows, but I figured I'd go in and kind of like explain what I'm doing, and this is pretty consistent for every track I've written for the past like 3 years. So yeah, let's jump right into that. So I'll start over here on the sends. The sends, I always take the original reverb send, delete it, and throw in a Valhalla Room, just because Valhalla Room is one of the best reverb plugins out there. So it'd be foolish of me to use anything else, really. And just kind of tweak the settings for the track. That varies track to track. But I always take the lows out because reverb on low end is just ridiculously muddy. Unless you do it so carefully and so specifically, but for the most part, it's not a good idea. So that's the reverb channel or send, and then the delay is just default. I hardly use the delay send, so I leave that the way it is. But anyways, back up into the main part of the window. I've got these two groups right here. One is a synth/instrument bus. Like it should be named synth/instrument, really, because it's everything that isn't a bass. This is the melodic dubstep track I'm working on right now. So I'm gonna use that as an example. So if I just solo the synth group, it sounds like this. So it's everything that isn't a bass or drums. And then I've got the bass channel, which is the basses. You throw them together, and you've got half a track. So that's pretty straightforward, but what most people don't understand is what I do down here, and it's the side chaining. So instead of like side chaining everything to the kick, I have this sidechain input channel that I always use, and I always color it black, so I always like it always stands out. This is actually just the kick, but I turn it into like or in this particular instance I don't, because it's dubstep and you want some giant like thump. But most times I'll take the kick, kind of like just this, drag it in, and make it something like this, like a click, something like that. And then I'll use that. I'll layer that wherever I want the sidechain to hit, and that's usually on the kicks and the snares, like when those play. And I prefer to do this over actually side chaining to the actual kick and snare, like these elements right here, because there's way more control, and on the chance that you want the side chain to hit but you don't want the kick to hit, like if you wanted this sort of feel. I turned the sidechain back on, but if you wanted this, like if you wanted it to duck and you still wanted it to duck, but you didn't want to kick, then that'd be pretty hard. Or you'd have to automate the channel to turn off and then turn back on right after it. And it's just way less hassle to put on a sidechain ghost kick is what people call them. So that's what I do. And also, if you want the sidechain to hit like less hard or softer is the word for it, you can take an entire section of these sidechain inputs, come over here, and turn them all down by like 6 dB or something. And now the sidechain for that section is softer, but the kick and the snare sound just as hard because I haven't touched them. It's just these like ghost notes that I'm messing with. And just to show you, this is how I sidechain them. You go like on the entire synth bus, I've got a compressor sidechained to the sidechain channel, and you get this little window by clicking the little arrow right here. Then you hit sidechain, choose your input, and then bring the threshold way down. I've got the same sort of thing over here on the bass. Usually I have something like different settings for the bass compressor, but this time I don't. And yeah, and then obviously I've got this group, which is every percussion element, every drum soloed out. It sounds like this. Yeah, just that. And in this particular case, I've got a superior drummer. And that's just like acoustic drums that I have thrown in every now and then. But yeah, that's a pretty solid project layout that I use basically every time. I've always got a synth and a bass bus, and I've always got a sidechain channel, and I've always got a drums bus. And sometimes I have a superior drummer bus. Or a group. I meant group every time I said that. But yeah. Just thought I'd clear it up so all the questions that I get sometimes about like what I did with the sidechain and why I'm grouping certain things together. Hope it clears that up. If you've got any questions still though, let me know. Be more than happy to answer. And like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.